out. So it is going to be the highest-rated game of the year. It's the Dallas Cowboys taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Niners are favored by 3.5. The over-under is about 41, I think, or 44, something like that. What is it? They suspect the game's going to be about 24-21 San Francisco. I think that's kind of where the numbers lie. That feels kind of what it will be, and I'll get to that in a second. I think the line is right. It feels 24-21 San Francisco. They're favored by 3.5. It's a stay-away game to me. If it moved to 4, I'd take Dallas. 3, I'd take San Francisco. I think Vegas, DraftKings, whoever's got the number right. So let's look at why a lot of people love San Francisco, but they shouldn't be a huge favorite. So let's talk about quarterback. You're going to take Dak, been in a lot of big games, over Brock Purdy. We all like Brock Purdy. He doesn't even have a season worth of starts. I'm going to take Dak Prescott. Head coach, to me, it's a strongly lean Kyle Shanahan. So the quarterback head coach kind of evens out. In terms of weapons, not necessarily close. The Cowboys will need a big game from Tony Pollard and CeeDee Lamb because between Debo and Ayuk and Kittle and Christian McCaffrey, San Francisco is just loaded with options offensively. In terms of D-line, go to PFF. They're both great. Mike off the edge, Bosa. There's no huge edge here. Both quarterbacks will be under some duress. In terms of O-line, PFF has Dallas's, which is pretty remarkable considering Tyron Smith has been hurt. They picked some guy off the street. Zach Martin missed a game. The Cowboys' O-line has been more consistent this year, and so edge to the Dallas Cowboys. Ball control, perhaps. Home field, probably worth a couple of points. I don't think it's worth what it used to be in the NFL. Now everybody talks through the helmet, but it's a couple of points for San Francisco. They're generally better at home. Health, edge to San Francisco. Trayvon Diggs, best corner for the Cowboys, hurt a couple of weeks ago. That does not help. Health goes to San Francisco. Special teams, again, we went to PFF. I'm not going to grade special teams. They said Dallas was better significantly. In terms of revenge factor, Niners have had the Cowboys' way, especially a couple years ago when Dallas butchered the clock. So this is a revenge factor with lean Cowboys. That's worth something. Red zone offense, big lean San Francisco. Great coach. Great playbook, lots of options. We've already seen the Cowboys struggle in the red zone. San Francisco is great offensively in the red zone. Red zone defense, edge Cowboys. It's the one knock I've had on San Francisco this year. Defensive coordinator Steve Wilks taking over for DeMeco Ryans. They are not as good situationally on defense. Their personnel's great, but they have not been as good in key situations, red zone situations. So you look at that. Cowboys got the quarterback, the D-line, the O-line, special teams, revenge, and red zone defense. Head coach, weapons, home field, red zone offense. To me, it feels like a slight advantage for San Francisco. But here's what's interesting. What if Shanahan has a bad game? Or Christian McCaffrey fumbles? Or George Kittle drops a touchdown pass? Or CeeDee Lamb has 2 key drops, or Micah has an off night. None of it matters. This game's all about Mike McCarthy. We know the Cowboys' personnel is good enough to get to an NFC championship. I didn't say win the Super Bowl. We know San Francisco's personnel is good enough to get to an NFC championship and Super Bowl. Isn't the one thing really standing in the way here, Mike McCarthy, situationally, the clock? If Mike McCarthy is my lead on Monday, a very patient to this point Jerry Jones is upset. What if Kyle Shanahan had a weird call? Who cares? Dad was great. He's great. What if Tyron Smith doesn't play? Left tackle Cowboys. So what? First ballot Hall of Famer. CeeDee Lamb drops a pass. He's their best receiver. He's going nowhere. He's getting an extension. What if Dak Prescott throws 3 picks? Jerry loves him. Got his money, got his brand, got his fans. So what? Hit a bad game against Arizona. Week later, you love him. This game is about Mike McCarthy. He is the one guy, if he has a bad game, doesn't rise to the moment, could be in real trouble. So the pressure is on not just Dallas, but the head coach, and I can't wait. I'll take the Niners close in that 24-21 range. So, NBA camps opened up this week. I don't spend a lot of time talking about the NBA in October, but camps started. I think many of the teams that were good last year are going to be better, and that makes for a good NBA season. Boston, Milwaukee, Lakers. So there's been this narrative when Damian Lillard and his agent said, we want to go to Miami. And Portland's like, well, you signed an extension. You gave up leverage. We'll send you where we send you. Oh, the screamers and the yellers, the bloviators. NBA empowerment for the stars is dead. No player will ever go to Portland again. Please. Successful, aspirational men are selfish. LeBron bailed on D. Wade and they were best friends. He wanted to get his. He wanted to go where he wanted to go. Portland could have traded Dame anywhere they wanted to. Instead, they traded him to Giannis. And do you know why they traded him to Giannis? Because the story came out yesterday. Giannis said, quote, I'm going to sign an extension with the Bucks. So the star did get his way. But Dame's not as big a star as Giannis. So all the players in this, Drew Holiday got moved, Dame got moved, Giannis got moved, Grayson Allen got moved. The biggest star, Giannis, got his way. So star empowerment is going nowhere. Stop whining, Miami fans. The biggest star, if you have 2 or 3 stars moving around, the biggest star continues to get his way, which I have no problem with. And the NBA is different. Only 5 starters, generally 2 to 3 players make the difference. It can be a Jordan, an Olajuwon, a Shaq, a Magic, whatever it is, Giannis. And so that is a narrative that was utter nonsense. Dame is aging. He's small. He's a poor defender. Giannis in his prime, late prime, but prime, physically dominant both ends of the floor. He wanted a teammate that was elite. He got one. End of story. The star got the best available star. By the way, Miami had nothing to give Portland, no package. Portland got a haul and may get even more now if they move Malcolm Brogdon. So in the end, it was a great, great couple of weeks for the NBA. A very good Milwaukee team got another star. A very good Boston team got another star in Drew Holiday. And my preseason NBA power ratings are such. Denver should be the favorite. You know I like Phoenix. I don't care about their bench. Celtics nudged ahead of Milwaukee with Drew Holiday. Bucks 4. And I do think the Lakers, cross your fingers on AD's health, slight nudge over Golden State, Sacramento. I don't buy into Philadelphia. I still think Cleveland is too talented to not win at least one series and maybe 2 in the East. So J-Mac, there are my NBA power rankings to start the season.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.